Hey guys, welcome back. Now today's going to be a react video, and the video to which we're going to react is quite different than the others we've made in the fact that it's not fiction. This is going to be reality, and it's basically a man who tells his own personal story of how when his dad found out he was gay, he was kicked out of his home. And the channel that published it's very unique in the way that they take real stories and they animate it.
So, that's so cool.
So we're gonna hear like the real guy telling his story, and the channel like are gonna show us like an animated version of what the guy's gonna tell us.
That's
so
cool.
I think it's gonna be a bit darker than what we reacted to in the way that this guy was kicked out of his home. But we're gonna see. So are you ready?
I'm ready. I mean, I'm so excited because I don't know if you've seen them before, but when you explain them, I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to see it.
No,
I want to see it. I'm like one of you guys.
I read the description and that's it. So
good.
Okay, let's go. So Story Corpse is the channel.
Story Corpse?
Yeah.
Corp.
Oops. A good man. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to read it for me because.
Oh yeah, you don't have your glasses.
Yeah, my glasses are over there, and I'm not.
Okay.
Reaching.
So Bryan Wilmoth is the oldest of 8 children who grew up in a very strict household.
Me.
Eventually, all the siblings became estranged from their parents.
Okay.
At StoryCorp, Bryan told his brother Mike about the day their father discovered that Bryan was gay. So now it begins. Okay.
Dad found a love letter from a guy in my box of things, and he read this letter and lost it.
Oh.
He took me for a ride and dropped me off in the middle of the night with a $5 bill. That's sort of all I remember, sleeping outside in the country that night.
Wow.
And I really missed my brothers and sisters when I left home. I remember hearing that if you guys talked to me, if I'd call the house, that you'd get a beating because Dad didn't want you to catch gay. And you guys believed that.
Granted, it was a fear-based belief.
Of course, but you know, it was still something I had to try to fix. And so as each of you guys moved out or got kicked out of the house,
or ran away.
Or ran away in your case, I would make an effort to try to contact you guys and be a big brother again. At first, you were really resistant. You didn't know anything about gay people, and it took a long time for our relationship to build. But after you started to accept it, every time you met another gay person, you would say, oh, you've got to meet my brother, and hook me up with every guy that you thought was gay.
I like that.
I always thought that was really sweet. And that's when we started coming back together, you know, as brothers and sisters. Bryan, Pam, Chris, Mike, Jude, Amy, Josh, and Luke Henry. Now, Luke Henry, I didn't even know because he wasn't born till I was like 19 or 20. And I hadn't seen him in ever. And I got a call, and the voice on the other end said, Bryan, this is your little brother, Luke. By this time, you know, he was estranged from mom and dad, and he wanted to go to University of Dallas. So I took my savings, and I bought one one-way ticket and one round-trip ticket to Dallas. Now, mind you, this is a Catholic school, and I'm the big gay brother. I'm running around, getting him set up for his dorm room, and we go through this whole weekend, and at the end, I gave Luke a hug and a kiss and told him how much I loved him, and he started walking away. I was just watching after him like, wow, I really finally got to be a big brother. And at that moment, he turned around and mouthed, I love you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It was the most beautiful moment I had ever experienced. And I called you from the hotel, sobbing. Do you remember this?
Yeah. You brought 8 siblings that were so far apart to be as close as we all became.
I just want you to know how much you mean to me, that you've loved me like this. And for that, I will be forever grateful.
You're a good man.
Well, thank you, Mike.
It's so cute. I love it. Oh.
Wow. So as I suspected, it was way darker than what we
No, it wasn't
reacted
dark.
to.
I mean, it took a dark turn at the beginning, but then it was like...
Now
so
you're
cheerful.
the one crying.
Well, you know what? There's one thing I can relate to in all of this, and that's the feeling that you get when somebody discovers that part of you. And when he said that his father like went through his letters or whatever,
Yeah.
I remember when I was like chatting with somebody when I was in my teen years, and one of my aunts actually, because the conversations were always saved. And I didn't know because I was like in her settings, and like I don't know, she went through her like chat logs and whatever, and one of the conversations I had with another guy popped up, and she read it, and that's how she found out that I was into guys. And that's when I think she told my mom, and then I was like forced into coming out to my mom. But like, of course, the outcome was different for me. But the feeling you get when you learn that somebody has found out your secret is so dreadful, and you like instantly freeze and burn at the same time. I don't know how to describe that feeling. It's like you just don't know what to do, and you just see everything like just goes completely black and dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally get how he was feeling, but I am so totally in awe of like how he managed to pull through after that all these years later.
What I find very beautiful about this story is, even though it started really dark with the fact that the whole family was broken apart because of the parents, and the father was really mean to his children, after that he managed to contact his brothers and sisters and start their relationship again, and everybody grew closer together. And I think that's the most important part. And the fact that he found the love that he was missing when he was younger through his siblings afterwards is, I think, what makes this story so beautiful. So yeah, it's very emotional, very
it broke my heart.
Yeah,
but
really,
mended it back when it was a happy ending.
So again,
I'm sorry, Bryan, I don't know if that's your real name, but thank you so much for sharing your story. I know it takes a lot of courage and a lot of willingness to want to put your public life out in the open like this. But thank you so much for sharing. Even for somebody like me and like you who haven't experienced something like this, really affected me in a good way.
Yeah.
It really sensitizes you to how other people are experiencing coming out in different countries, in different settings. So thank you very much for making a huge, huge difference and contribution to your community.
I totally agree. So again, thank you so much for suggesting this to us. And if you have any other suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. And
maybe something more cheerful, just to balance things out for the next one at least.
I feel
it was cheerful, yes, but I mean, you know, so, but, do your conclusion.
Okay. So guys, if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up, and of course, we're gonna see each other next week. So thank you guys so much. Bye bye. I'm gonna go like comfort Bryan now.